What up, my freaks? RuinusInsight here with part 83 of my Total Warhammer 3 modded Kroq-Gar campaign. So as we saw last time, Mazda Mundi was attacked by Morathi and a couple of other half-stacks, ultimately ending in Morathi's defeat and the destruction of most of those armies. Sinev here remains alive and is getting a little bit of healing via raiding this little Slaaneshi rebel faction here, but it shouldn't pose too much of a trouble, and I would imagine that Pyakador, even with the relatively weak army he has, should be able to take this without too much trouble, leaving Mazda Mundi to move up to Port Reaver and then Xhotl itself. We have to reclaim his original territory. Otherwise, it's going fairly decently in the south, and I'm still on the fence as to whether we should actually give this a try. As in, Ludred is in March stance, and I think he was actually in March stance last turn, unless I'm mistaken, but he hasn't left it, which really tempts me because Vigor in battle is, well, in SFO rather, is really quite bad when it's broken like this, so we could give it a try. The problem is obviously this army is relatively weak, and they have a pretty darn decent garrison here with the, oh wow, a lot of exalted pink horrors of Tzeentch and the crystalline walls. However, if we were to be able to pull this off, this faction would be pretty much done as well. Which makes me, well, let's just say tempts me even further. Anyway, let's take a look at whatever else we can do this turn, and then we will consider it. Now, Chameleon, I do want you to attack Tor-Kar, but I think that you can't do so until you're at full HP, I would imagine, though we probably could do it right now. We'll have to be careful. And I'm gonna leave you for now, because there is certainly the possibility that we move you in. We'll have to be careful because obviously Chameleon is able to heal himself via perfect spawn in his healing potion, but he's the only one without a healer in the army. What about Kowal? And ooh, is that Be'lakor? No, it's Demarhar. Okay, Be'lakor has not yet come back since Chameleon defeated him. I should have known that. You, Kowal, what do we have here? A shipwreck. You know what? Move to the shipwreck, see what you can take from that, and we'll see what this little army does. Who knows, maybe we'll get a reward for it. And obviously explore the island, and we'll auto-resolve it and just hope that we don't get screwed. Now, okay, we're fine. Let's heal up so that we're roughly at full HP as well. Alright, anything nice in terms of reward? Another materials at sea. Oh, Kowal, you just paid for yourself a dozen times over. Very well done, buddy. I guess we can hang out here, and if these guys attack us, then they attack us. Let's just stay near to Bordello. Oh. It's unlikely that they'll attack us near to Orion, so we'll go near to Bordello, but not so near that Orion will bail us out. I don't think that this guy would be... Oh, actually his army isn't all that strong, so if he stays here, we will go after him. We should also level just in case he does, because we will want all those extra levels. I was planning to go to Lightning Strike, and I think that's still probably the way to go, even though it's a little bit far away. The Reptilian Instincts for a single point is real nice as well. Now, you know what, I'm gonna say take Reptilian Instincts. It's a single point, and it's not like we're easily gonna make the other 4 points necessary in order to get the Lightning Strike. In the meantime, Curse of the Midnight Wind is a good pickup. We have another point in Chain Lightning. We can do Earthing or Comet of Cassandora against the... I'm wondering, against the Norskins, what would be the best use of our time here? How much magic do we have? 189. Okay, so we're solid. So we could cast a Comet. You know what, let's get Comet. I mean, we're getting everything in this line anyway, so it's not like it's going to make too many changes. You, Slackjaw, are going to get Honored Elder just for the ward save, as well as Deadly Onslaught. Very nice. And then lastly, Varenagor, the Skink Oracle, you are going to probably want to max out Earthblood. I mean, you have a bunch of stuff, but the Skink Priest can cast it, and Earthblood is the most important thing you can have. And we gotta try to get to that Life Bloom ASAP. Alrighty, well done to Kowal. I'm so happy about that materials at sea. And thus, it won't end this turn. It's a pretty big change compared to what we were what we're gonna deal with before. But anyway, Kanoskir. Oh, no, you're stuck where you are. Okay, that's fine, that's fine, that's fine. Kanoskir Kowal, you're good. Tic-Tac-Toe, you're good. Hydroxyanthropurin. What were you doing again? Oh, right. Engelbert Barrackmere will attack you, I guess, in regular stance. Probably should be auto-resolvable. And we won't be able to draw it, so... Oh, okay, there's a Grimgor there. I'm going to still auto-resolve this, I think. Let's hope that this... Yeah, we're fine, we're fine. And we can heal up a little bit as well. Alright, got a Wand of Jet, and oh right, that Tarantula's Lance is now available. Passive ability, Area Hex, with a relatively small range, so the speed isn't all that useful, but the -10 melee defense against lords or heroes ain't too bad. We gotta put that on somebody. Lovely. Another artifact, and we can in fact move towards the Silver Pinnacle, where we can heal up, due to the relative safety provided by the Dwarfen units there. In fact, I sincerely doubt that Grimgor is gonna come out here. Well done to you, Pyroxy. Just gotta figure out who to put that lance on. Who will make use of it best in order to kill enemies? Gorok. Gorok. Well, I guess you're going to Oishul no matter what, because we will have them respawning there, and by them I mean the clan Pestilence. We probably will want to also get another, let's say, Basti with Reviv Crystal for Gorok. Wait, he has 2 right now, or 1? No, he does have 2. I mean, we could get him another Ark of Sotek as well. Maybe another Ark of Sotek would be just the thing then. Alright, fine. Let's get another Ark of Sotek from you, and then in fact you, Tehenowin, can take the heals. The Basti. We'll give you another Ark of Sotek as well, or 2 more Arks of Sotek, which will put you up to 18 out of 20, 19 if we get another Skink Chief, and then 20 if we get a Chameleon Skink as well. Is that too many on the Basties with Ark of Sotek? I don't know, but who is going to have them be as effective as Tehenowin? No one, right? Either way, you're going to get a Warpaint of Xhotl for that Magic Bond and Banish, and we'll see about the other stuff. Tehenowin... Wait. A question. What do the Basties, or not the Basties, who has those? It should be Tlashbog. These guys. Ancient Steg's Engine of the Gods. These guys have Apex Magic, which provides a dampen contact effect, which is nice, don't get me wrong. Armor and spell resistance reduction, but it's probably not the... I mean... Nah, I think we'll keep Tehenowin's Arks of Sotek rather than going with the Engines of the Gods. He already has his own Engine of the Gods, and he doesn't actually buff Engine of the Gods, unless I'm mistaken, just the Arks of Sotek, so we'll keep it to that. Alrighty, just gotta figure out a way to get another Chameleon Skink in here somehow, but we'll do that later anyway. And the rest of you can just sit as you are. You can also switch stances. And let's keep moving. Who else needs to move? Alrighty, not Chameleon, or maybe Chameleon, but just not immediately. Gorok is good. Tlashbuk, you are good as well. Who's up next? Copperaf. Yes, you have this potential. Also a potential fight. Okay, so we have 3 potential fights. By the looks of it, you gotta fight at least 1. Cassitan. Oh, right, you guys. You cannot reach Blood Peak right now. Oh, actually, you can reach Blood Peak. Okay, Swell, go here. We'll have Chokomo move forward to attack it, and Kikoaka to back him up. And, okay, we're gonna have to manually fight this as well. I know that we can do it, however, because we've done it before. How would they bring these guys down, especially now that we got to Karnos? Are we still unable to auto-resolve this? Still a decisive defeat, eh, game? I don't see it. And, wait. We're not seeing our 3rd army. Are you actually not close enough? Okay, my bad, my bad. Maybe if you do get close enough. Close defeat now, but still have to be manually fought. Alright, well, let's start with this one, ease our way into it, and then we'll proceed. Now, you, Chokomo, the perfect spawn, are more or less just a fighty perfect spawn, so you won't have an army. But what about Kikoak. Oh, Kikoak is, I guess, the same way. They're both perfect spawn and they just run around killing things together. Seems like a grand time, though. I guess we could get them both Inspiring Presence or Obedient Springs Victory. Not that it does too much for us right now. Spell resistance from Protection of the Old Ones, not the worst thing in the world either. Now, let's get you Obedient Springs Victory, Kikoaka rather, and Chokomo. We could get you the Blessing of Quetzal or Chotek. Wait, what did we get for Kikoaka? Quetzal for the armor and the weapon strength? And just to make him even a stronger fighter? I mean, I guess we could do the same thing here. The other option would be to go for the Blessing of Chotek for the extra income, but nah. Let's just do that. A little bit of extra armor on the Carno wouldn't go amiss either. And, oh, you are actually missing Honored Elder for the 5 ward save. You know what? That's actually probably better than... Oh, you can't get it until rank 20. Never mind. Okie dokie. And then, you know what, Cassitan, you don't actually buff these little guys, do you? Constructors, strategists, so no, you don't. We could make you buff them if we really wanted to. Or we could just give them over to Chokomo. Honestly, either way, it probably won't make much of a difference. So let's buff them for now. So this is for cold ones. It's honestly barely even a buff at max level. You know what, it's probably not even worth the, not worth those points. Might be better off just making you a fighter by putting you onto an ancient steg and toting you around, but I guess we will, it'll be a while before we get there. Fine, 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 just go for Swift Rider for now. Cold one units. Maybe we'll get more cold ones. Anyway, you three will now attack real quick, and we're gonna do this manually, and then we're gonna have a big old fight afterwards. At least after we move whoever else needs to move around. Probably going to try that Tzeentch thing. It's just too tempting. Like, I'm really tempted. Then again, the Dark Elf battle would be tempting as well. I have to think about that one. Cooperath, I would love to see the Dread Saurian do things again. That was fun the first time, and I imagine it'll be fun many a more time. That was not the most eloquent way to state it, but that's the way I decided to state it. Anyway, come on, loading. Let's get to it. Any day now. Please don't crash. This is not the time, not that it's ever the time. These guys can move in quickly enough. Let's just start here. Let's do this, and we'll start fighting with you. And just see how long it takes the enemy to bring you down. Alright, charge directly for those Orc Boar boys, and then we'll send the flyers in as well. And you know what? You can move in and help out as well a little bit. Alright, nice. And I think we'll take off the skirmish mode, and then everybody will go after the archers. Oh, right, they spawn extra units. That's going to be at least mildly, a mild issue, I should say, but it is what it is. Anyway, all of you move on in, and we'll go after the first of the enemy air boys as soon as we reach them. Like so. And then you can fly over the second unit of air boys and then attack them as well. And also maybe drop some bombs in the middle of the enemy. There we go, not so bad. Nothing crazy, but not so bad. And attack this, you can move forward, you can move forward as well. Maybe fly overhead. And there we go. Really, only once the hero boys are done for, the enemy is gonna get kind of screwed over by the fact that it won't be able to defend itself. Alright, come on, attack those air boys. There are, what, 2 more here? Well, you will have to be careful. Alright, drop those bolas and then move away before the other air boys attack you. Gonna try to isolate those units of air boys as well so that they can't help each other out, essentially. Alright, plus we got the reinforcements to wait on. Alright, you try to move past this unit and then drop those bolas on top of them. We got a minute until those are in. We've also had our Saurus Oldblood fighting here this entire time. Hopefully he doesn't run off the screen. He's a Saurus Oldblood, so he shouldn't die. I guess the only threat would be if he just routes. And that would be unfortunate. And, okay, you know what? Your leadership ain't perfect. You know what? Let's send our Chameleon Skinks in to help. Oh, there's a barricade? Okay, go destroy that. Ah, there we go. We got reinforcements coming in. You and you, moving on in. And then you guys, Dinos, try to help out, please. How are we doing out here? Alright, one of the air boys is nearly done for. You float overhead and kill them off. You're taking a long time to kill off this unit of air boys. Come on now. Oh, it's because you're not launching your bolas into the center of their formation. Launch them into the center, not onto the sides, please. And then we'll have one more unit of these guys to take care of, and then we can watch the dinos fight. Alright, this unit is broken, not shattered, mind you, but, you know, that's fine. You guys just try to change positions a little bit, like so. Make yourselves more comfortable. And, and then, okay, one more volley maybe, 2 more volleys, a couple more volleys. And then that unit will be done. How are you doing out there, Chokomo? Still gotta be careful. Just don't die. Well, or rather, just don't rout. That's the main thing. Hey, we can help you now. Swell. Alright, how are we doing? Maybe we're gonna send one of these guys that hasn't dropped their bombs yet to go and drop the bombs and help out a little bit. We got more help coming in, but we may want to back off so that the other unit does not die. Good, you're running. Now it's time to move for the last of the... Actually, you know what? If those air boys aren't gonna help, then we're not going to bother with them. We're just gonna move in and help Chokomo. Like so, get ready to drop those bombs. Hopefully he does not rout. Come on, like so. That's got to be at least a decent amount of damage on him. And we should have actually more bombs. Ah, damn, no, he's gonna rout. Come on, we got units moving in to help you, bud. Don't rout, not right now. In fact, maybe we could try to run him past the infantry. He'll heal up anyway, which is why we don't care. Alright, let's get a few more bombs dropping, like so, right in the middle of the enemy formation. And there we go, not too bad. Alright, now we don't want to hurt our own chameleon stalkers, and hello, enemy Black Orc Big Boss. You can take him out, right? I certainly hope you can, and with Kikoaka's help, that should certainly help that out as well. Don't push him into the enemy formation, dude, come on. Alright, well, go help him, Kikoaka. And then whatever your face's name is, you go help him as well. And there's those Orc Boy, or Orc Biggins, rather. Let's surround them and kill them. And ooh, if we could find those error boys, which are out here now, and kill them off as well, that'd be fantastic. Alright, looks like a lot of the enemy infantry are running. Let's go find those error boys and kill them off then. Alright, and some boar boys are going to be coming back, but hopefully not for long. Alright, well done. And all of you, after the error boys. Make sure they learn the error of their ways. Alright, come on, come on. I want to hit this unit from multiple directions, ideally. Just charge him. You know what, back off, actually. No. Ow. Alright. We'll see how useful our feral cold ones are in there. And then you keep the enemy back. You can join the fray, though. Alright, cold ones. Don't worry, we'll have a proper cinematic battle. This is just kind of a waste of our time to fight, but, you know, gotta do what you gotta do. Alright, now you can all charge in. The pathing. Look at this garbage pathing. I see they still haven't, they still refuse to fix the pathing in the minor settlements, because it's such a huge problem. Look at this garbage. What the heck are these units doing? Oh, game. Be better. Alright. Not that it's a major complaint for me, mind you, but, you know. More of an annoyance than anything else. Like, what is this? Alright, we need more surface area. You guys move aside like this so you can hit the enemies in the flanks. We need them attacked from every single side. In fact, you're kind of having a bad day, and you can't actually go here. Look, what are they doing? What are they doing right now? Go here. Stupid. This is to kill a single unit of Orc Biggins. And yeah, I know that these are cold one, these are just feral cold ones, so they're garbage and basically useless, but they should still be able to do something. And what do you have? Focus instincts? Yeah, I don't need to do that. Go help him out, though. And then, in fact, you guys can all hover over here and kill off these guys, since the archers are no longer a real threat. How's that boar boys? Boar boys, just Biggins, rather, doing? Nearly through it. And are you ready to join the fray again? These guys are not shattered. Okay, just chase them off until they're shattered, and then you can come in and help the rest. But it looks pretty okay. Okay, you know what? I think we have to get the feral cold ones out of here. They're all gonna just die. Oh, but how will they get out? They can't get out because the pathing will screw them. Maybe if we can try. They're gonna get trapped between two units, and while we don't necessarily need them, they can certainly help run down enemies that we meet in the field. So I'd love to keep them in this army, at least for a little while. Or these armies, I should say. I guess it's multiple little armies. You know what I mean. Anyway, how are you doing? You guys are done with those, which means you can move back into the fray. Fantastic. Do so immediately. You can chase these guys down. Looks like the enemies are running out of troops, and you guys can continue backing off. You guys will continue to heal, and I guess now we can watch you move forward / fight. Okay, good. These guys are shattered, which means the rest of you flyers can move forward as well. Oh, wasn't there a tower that we should probably be knocking down? Yeah, let's kill the tower. It's probably done a decent amount of damage to us at this point. Especially to this one poor Pterodon Rider that has 4 units remaining. Alright, are these guys gonna move in and help? By the looks of it, they are. They're gonna go through the barricade. Oh wow, what the heck happened to that guy? He got knocked through the barricade and went through those planks. I guess. Ooh, you're down to 3 units now. I don't like that. This tower has been attacking you this entire time. Yeah, I probably shouldn't have been ignoring the tower for so long. Well, that was definitely my bad. Not that it really matters, mind you, but nonetheless. Alright, you guys make sure that those enemies don't come back. And yes, the York boys have made it through. Please knock out that tower. And one of our units did right. Oh, we're basically out of ammunition as well, so I guess it was the only choice anyway. Alright, you guys just stay out there. The enemy's looking like they want to guard against you. But that doesn't matter because they can't stop our Carnosaurs. They can't stop you, however, little guy. Get yourself out of there. And maybe capture towers instead while the Carnosaurs, the perfect spawn, with all their healing, take care of business. And that's some exploding orc boys, and not in a good way. Alright, you can move now, and what do we have on that tower? 900 HP still, okay. Try to take it out a little better. Alright, go after that barricade now. How long is that gonna take? Huh, are you not even attacking it? What the heck? Okay, there we go. I have noticed that Carnosaurs oftentimes seem to have a difficult time actually taking out barricades. I'm not entirely sure why it is. And not just barricades, I mean buildings in general. But not a big deal. They'll be through it soon, hopefully before it just gets destroyed by being captured here. And oh, you're actually getting killed by the other tower, but if you're gonna run instead. Watch him die to the tower. Oh, that's irritating. Alright, you two go there, I guess. Alright, I'm gonna speed this up a little bit now. I don't know if the tower is gonna get captured. We're just gonna capture it because it's faster than moving it through. Also, we should move the Chameleon Stalkers in, and there we go. Alright. Looks good. You guys can still hover overhead. The tower is ours, and we got some Chameleon Stalkers moving in to help. And if it isn't the enemy lord, slow it back down, and let's have you two kill him off with both of your abilities up and running. Honestly, I feel like with the death of the enemy lord, the enemy army will probably rout, but we shall see. There we go. Nice jump, although you went a little bit over the enemy. Don't get distracted, mind you. How's that Orc War boss looking? Still hasn't taken all that much damage, but probably by virtue of the sheer number of enemies that still have to be killed. And there we go. Now we can move the dinos in again. Maybe you guys go this way instead of all running the wrong way. Alright, now they've trapped the enemy lord away from the rest of his formation, as the formation is distracted by the Chameleon Stalkers. Now we just have to catch him and kill him. Alright, come on, get him. It'll cause enough of a morale shock for the battle to be over. Down he goes. I'm pretty sure I just saw his head explode. And with that, the rest of the army will shatter. Speed it up, and we're done. Fantastic. Honestly, I feel like we've gotten a lot of mileage out of these two little armies. Almost out of Kikoaka and Chokomo. And it does look like the Pterodon Riders did manage to outkill, but, well, actually, not all of them outdamaged. You were about even, you were less, and you were more. So let's just say about even, all told. Either way, this is a settlement that we've been able to capture without actually having to apply any additional armies here, which is pretty darn cost effective. We're not going to keep the settlement, we're going to trade it to our allies, but this is creating essentially a buffer zone between us and the orcs up north. Plus, we can probably even make these guys stronger by over time giving them some items if we really wanted to. Got to keep an eye out for another perfect spawn. Oh, ow! Oh no, that's Soko Rismate. No, he's probably gonna stay and defend. Although, considering he's only level 9, maybe we summon him here and just have another perfect spawn attacking with all of these guys. Just have 3 perfect spawns running around. If they could build stuff in one turn, I would just leave them here to build stuff, but I don't think we can do that. And I'm pretty sure we can attack Titan's Notch and go back for Yeti Peak afterwards. Once again, continue taking all of this stuff here and then transferring it to the elves. I think that will work out nicely. Anyway, that was Chokomo and Kiko Aka. Let's keep moving, and then we'll do a battle. I think we'll do this one. I kind of want to see the Dread Saurian face off against the dragon if we can manage to force that fight. So Koparov, and oh, well. Koparov is next. So I guess you're going to be the one to move. Tehanaman doesn't need to move because he's just waiting for his stuff. To Mackenzie, you are also kind of just hanging out here to potentially build more stuff, depending on if we need it or not. But right now I'd rather save the money. Kikoaka just move. Hydroxy Anthropiran is staying in Oishul to support Gorok. You are going to probably need to attack Yarok. Just gonna check everybody while we're here. Yarok, you're kind of in the same position. Coel, which Coel is this? And oh, you're the one that's going to take the Haunted Forest, possibly. Yeah, we'll see if we have enough money after that. And then Tail. Ooh, yes, Tail. You need to move. I believe his name is Tail. You gotta love the Lizardman name generator, and that's it. All the heroes are moved, because I'm pretty sure I moved them between the episodes, so that means it's fight time, and I mean proper fight time. A full stack belonging to the Dark Elves here, the Blessed Dread, and looks like a pretty elite stack. They haven't died in a long time. Let's see if we can remedy that situation, shall we? We can also give you items, but it's not as important on Slan, generally speaking. Maybe if we get him like a cupped hands of the old ones, or maybe a Trickster Shard, just so he doesn't miscast, but the Slan barely ever miscast in the first place, honestly, and it might even be better to just keep those on Skink Priest, or maybe Oracles instead. Either way, this is going to be our cinematic battle. We got Medusa, we got Doomfire Warlocks, and the enemy is much higher in veterancy. The game says casualties high, and the battle of victory is Pyrrhic, but let's see if that is in fact the case. Alright, it looks like Koparov does not want to talk this time around, but that's okay. And ooh, this is a very cool looking map. What the heck? Look at this. This is a it's a choke point map, but both sides of the map are extremely narrow as well. Usually with the choke points you have the choke itself, but then outside it you have plenty of space to move around. But this is almost like an underway battle sort of setup. No, I really like it, and it also looks just spectacular and goes really high up as well. Oh, cool, you can see inside the mountain a little bit. Yeah, I just watch the battle from this angle. Just imagine you're sitting up in that little, in one of these little areas. Well, I guess this is not it's not little at all, but yeah, I mean, nice observer in there. And oh, look at that, we can see the bolt of the old ones arcing from Koparov towards the enemy battle lines. And damn, the Shredder of Illustria, just so gigantic. It's almost like a little mountain down there. Anyway, cool map aside, here we go through the choke point battle. We're gonna start off with that bolt of the old ones that we saw from up on high, and we're gonna follow up with a few more. Looks like the enemy are going to try to stay on this side of the choke point, but that's their problem, as we're going to be able to continue casting spells on them. Here comes another bolt of the old ones, and the enemy is going to follow up with a Doom Bolt of their own, I guess, as their artillery fire as well. Well, it's time to enter the fray as we send forth our chameleon skinks to lead the charge, even as an awakening of the wood hits the enemy units, though they're probably not highly concentrated enough for it to do crazy amounts of damage. It's okay though, here comes another Thunderbolt of the old ones, and that will herald the charge of the Carnosaurs and the Oracle on his Troglodyte there, and of course the Shredder of Illustria as well. Just not going to be a tactically interesting battle as we just charge forward into the gap and hope that our massive numbers of dinos win the day, and I expect that they will. While the enemy can certainly output a lot of range damage, once we charge through the enemy with our mass and tie up those range units, what are they gonna do? Nothing, that's what. And ooh, a noxious black dragon breath coming down on the Shredder of Illustria, but it's like a, I don't know, like a trickle compared to taking a dragon breath on another unit. The Shredder of Illustria is just so ridiculous. Look how tiny the Medusa looks by comparison. I feel like that the Dridsaurians needed a few more animations where they just literally devour units considering their size, especially for killing units. But yeah. Medusa is not going to survive for long here, and I can't tell if she's gonna get back up. Okay, gonna get back up, alrighty. Well, either way, we'll leave the Carnosaur to it as we charge on through. What a glorious beastie. And hey, we're even getting a few of our precursor weapons shot up into the enemy Dreadlord as we overrun all the positions of the enemy units here. This is not going to be a long battle by the looks of it. And the bounce power is about 70% in our favor. Most of the enemy units are tied up. The Skink Oracle is doing a great job here distracting 4 enemy range units at once and preventing them from firing. The enemy's activated its murderous prowess, but it won't be able to get the greatest effect out of it, and just by virtue of all the units that are tied up. Our Slan is also hanging out right in the middle of the battle, unlike usual, because, well, once again, the choke pointers working in our favor. Here come the Feral Cold Ones bringing up the rear. Obviously didn't want to send them in first, as they are extremely weak and liable to get ripped apart and to rampage as well. Though we do have the, I forget what the ability is called. Something Mind, Ancient Mind. Oh, I could have guessed that one. Ancient Mind on the Slan. Good job, Copper Rap. It's lovely to see one of these Life Slan and do their work. I think if we were to choose another Slan, I'd probably get another Life Slan, because they're just so effective with the Lizardmen roster in general. Anyway, with that, the bounce of power goes up, up, and away, and the battle is just like that is ours. We can't really, unfortunately, do anything to the enemy Lord. Yeah, the units on the howdahs of the dinos would be able to fire at it, but we're out of precursor weapons on our chameleon stalkers, and there's really not much of a way to kill off the enemy Lord. That's okay, though. His entire army is dead, and, well, I guess it's nice for him to have a dragon just to be able to book it on out of there. Lovely. Cool choke point battle, though. Choke point battles are often pretty cool, just by virtue of the nature of trying to break through all those units defending a single location. But this one just looks fantastic. I'd love to get another battle on this map at some point. Oh, the trees also look nice here. Huh. Usually the aliasing, the anti-aliasing does weird things to trees depending on which stuff you're using, but they look really good here. I wonder if it's the Cathian trees in particular. I want to double check. I guess these are part of the mountain. They're probably different from the trees on the ground here. And obviously we're chasing the enemy army off right now, which is why I'm looking at trees. Anyway, the battle is over. Oh, wow. Yeah, Cathian maps are just glorious. Very well done to the devs for these. Anyway, decisive victory for Copperev, and now we just have to make sure that he survives any attacks and reprisals. He is now going to be in a somewhat dangerous position. Let's see if we can back him off. Man, I'm like 90% certain I have never seen that choke point battle before, which is kind of interesting considering in the Zatan campaign we've taken over all of Cathay, which means I should have encountered that map at least one time. But anyway, not super important. At the end of the day, the choke point failed to give the enemy a sufficient advantage, despite the fact that it was most definitely in their favor by virtue of the fact that they could hide all of those range units and artillery and Medusa, which I guess are also range units, behind the melee troops in the choke point. But unfortunately, they failed to do so. The enemy Lord also failed to land, though sadly we failed to steal any of the very nice items that he has. Come on. What are you doing, Copper? You should have just telekinesis those items off the enemy lord. Anyway, we're gonna go and kill and eat because we are potentially in a dangerous situation. We're not going to chase this little army down, especially considering it's probably too weak to do much. Now, Copper, you can return to our own territory, which is what we're going to do. We would heal here as well, but I want to maintain sufficient distance from Deathmaster Snitch rather than get ambushed. Though I do feel like he'd lose in an ambush anyway. I also want to make sure that we actually manage to protect our allies, so Copperaf, stay right there, bud. Anyway, with that, I do believe we are out of time, especially as I think we are going to fight the this battle, or at least gonna give it a try. Well, you know what, we'll see. You know what, here's what we'll do. We don't have time to fight it, but what we do have time for is to move towards it and see if we... Oh my. Okay, I was hoping for a weaker garrison than that. Pyrrhic victory, though. Oh, this is interesting. Yeah, we're probably going to fight this. I'll think about it, but 90% sure we're going to fight this at the start of next episode. I really want to take advantage of the fact that the entire enemy army is in march stance and will be all that much weaker because of it, though this is sadly probably our weakest army because the Razor Dawn hunting packs are not very good, both in general and in terms of assaulting territories. They really need like a a place that doesn't have elevation changes like the ramps in a settlement would, even in a minor settlement, and they just want like a straight plain, kind of like a handgunner would, which we wouldn't have access, which would make that battle a little bit more difficult. But anyway, we'll see about that next time, as well as whatever other battles we may want to get ourselves up to. I believe Chameleon was another option to take Torakar, which would be quite nice as well. Not so much for us, but to just make the donut less of a... shambles for our elven allies. Why do we have to do everything? Typical high elves. Malekith is laughing somewhere in the distance, but anyway, hey, it's all the weakness of that pathetic king of theirs. Anyway, more Kroq to come, so stay tuned. Don't forget to leave likes and comments for the algorithm and for the engagement and for the quicker postings and whatnot. All glory to the algorithm, and thanks for watching.